Dear friends, welcome back to Data Analytics Talks. In today's session, I would really like to take you to a next level of master data management. The last two sessions, we have been just discussing about the basics like data, information, master data, reference data, need for a master data hub. And today, I want to make you heroes. So today I will explain some of the accepted definitions of master data management. Then I will try to illustrate how to arrive the golden record. In a typical organization, you can see many systems working silos. Because of that, you can see a lot of discrepancy, especially with the master data. I would like to demonstrate you in a real case scenario. I will try to arrive at the golden record. You will see what is involved in the master data management process. Now, from the data collection to data monitoring. Of course, it is not simply easy to build a master data management system. And if you build it, you want to get the return, right? So, what are the returns? What are the benefits? What are the uses? It's a cross-functional activity. There are lot many players involved in the master data MDM. And who are those players? Any master data management professional should know all these things. So this will be a detailed session. Surely this is going to give you a lot of information, a lot of insight. Please don't miss it. We will have few more sessions like the architecture reference, maybe what Dama says about MDM. Just wait for few more sessions in the coming weeks. So let's learn together. Let's learn something new every week, every day.
Welcome back. This session is all about master data management, MDM. We have had few sessions on various aspects of master data so far, as you already mentioned. However, this session is fully focused on master data management. No wonder if you ask me, will you take me to hero? I am zero. Yes. Just follow me. You will become hero in master data management. So let me pose a first question. What's master data? Do you have an answer? What's master data? Yes, master data is a term that describes the most valuable business or operational data. Most valuable business or operational data. It defines core business entities like customers, products, suppliers, offering a consistent source of business data for accurate reporting and decision making. If your client is facing challenges in reporting because of inconsistent data, maybe master data management is a solution for you. So master data is a core that refers to the business information shared across the organization. So remember, this master data is shared across the organization. It is not just sharing data to an application. It is shared across the organization. That's where you are going to get a consistent data for your reporting and decision making. So first thing we need to understand about master data management is some of the definitions. For example, if you're asked to explain master data management, of course, this definition will support you. So we will pick one or two definition from Gardner, and we will also see some common generic master data management definition. Let me start with master data management definition from Gardner. It says it's a technology-enabled discipline. It's a technology-enabled discipline in which business and IT work together to ensure uniformity, accuracy, stewardship, semantic consistency, and accountability of enterprises' official shared master data set. So the definition indicates multiple players here, right? It is a technology enabled discipline. It is not just a technology solution. It has business involvement and IT involvement. They need to work together to ensure uniformity, accuracy, stewardship, semantic consistency, accountability of the official shared master data assets. Official shared master data assets. Okay. So this is a discipline. It's not a one-time job. It is a continuous activity to making sure that all the enterprise level shared master data assets are accurate, uniform, and consistent. Again, it's another definition which says master data management is a process of defining and maintaining how critical data will be created, integrated, maintained, and used throughout the enterprise as a single point of reference. So this single point of reference is very important. So the critical data need to be created, integrated, maintained, and used throughout the enterprise as a single point of reference. So most of the time there will be multiple point of reference. Implementing a master data management will bring a single point of reference, taking the best out of the multiple references. Okay. So what is involved in this master data is it could be like reference data, it could be analytical data, it could be both reference and analytical data. So finally, if you look at one more definition, it says like master data is the consistent and uniform set of identifiers, extended and attributes that describe core entities of the enterprise, including customers, prospects, citizens, suppliers, sites, hierarchies, and charts of accounts. Remember at least 3 of this definition. Of course, you may get it boring, but yeah, no way. We have to understand what is how officially defined master data management. Let's move on. So in master data, there are different types of domains. They are defined by their own set of attributes or unique characteristics. Here are some examples. There is a customer domain. In the customer domain, it could be business to business or business to consumers, right? So this particular customer may have first name, last name, address, postal code, buying preferences, service level agreements. So that's a customer domain. A product domain has product code, color, size, design, storage. Then there is a location domain, maybe address, type of location, maybe it's a consumer, warehouse, or retail location. Then logistic coordinates, that means geocoding. So remember, master data has many domains and each domain is characterized by some properties or attributes. Got it? Yes, sorry, Viju, I am not able to understand you. See, you are making things very complex and hard to understand. Is there any way that you can explain master data with an example? With a lighter example, I mean. Sure, let me try to make it very simple so that you can understand. The next slide, I'm sure everybody understand this figure, right? So this is none other than our Mr. Bean. I think all are familiar with his faces, right? He has different faces. So how this is relevant here? Again, a question. How this is relevant here? I'm just referring him to make things clear to you. Okay. Suppose we have our organization. He is working in our organization. Okay. In our organization, we have multiple systems. We have the CRM. We have a customer relation management system. We have a card system, you are using for the punching. And you have many transaction system. And we have a banking system. In our organization, we have 4 systems. And we have this Mr. Rowan Atkinson. Okay, I think that's the real name of Mr. B. So in each system, you can see how his name, his UID, his birth date, gender, email are recorded. In CRM system, we can see Mr. Rowan Atkinson, but his UID is not marked. His date of birth, again, I'm not sure exactly about his date of birth. This is again an imaginary number, but I have seen that this 1955 is his birth year. Okay, and his gender is marked as male M. Then his email address is something like, in the transaction system you can see there the name is just marked as Mr. Rowan, and he has a UID but only the last 4 digits of UID, and he has a birth date, but this is not matching to the one which we can find in CRM. Then here we have another email ID. The gender is not marked here. And if you look at the card system, it was Rowan A, and UID is fully marked, and birth date is given but in a different format. And the banking system, you can see, yes, the birth date is given but it is a different format. This is given, it's a different format, and the name doesn't have the Mr. and email is not marked. See, in this case, the same person is recorded in different formats. They don't follow the same format. So many organizations face data related issues as they grow and prepare for insight. And it results in inefficiency if the prepared information is error prone. Sometimes it is unclear names, misspelled names, or inconsistent formatting, especially with the date formatting. Then in our case, 4 records can exist in 3 systems. From a human perspective, we can judge there are probably only one customer named Rohan, but born on February 2, 1955. But from a business perspective, this classic and systemic data management problem can seriously impact the customer's relationship with our company, creating inaccurate sales report about this person whose customer record is duplicated in different systems, inadequate customer service provided to Mr. Rowan because support agents might have wrong and incomplete contact and product information, then increased marketing cost when sales materials are repeatedly and mistakenly sent to Mr. Rowan, and load many more. So here comes the need for master data. You take the best out of this 4 system and create a proper, trustable golden record. Correct. So in my case, I can see that we have multiple systems. Okay, and we have CRM, transaction, core banking, card system. So out of these 4 systems, we will choose the best trusted attributes, values, and create the most trusted record for Mr. Rowan. See, everything is properly filled, and his personal information, his financial information as created. So from data from these disparate systems gathered and identified the right one, we created a single source of truth. This is what exactly called master data. Master data for Mr. Rowan. Okay, so MDM is a cross process that helps manage, centralize, and organize data according to business, marketing, and operation. It regulates your master data over the company. Master a management solution helps create combined ecosystem for the company and IT to work in sync with each other. I'm sure this way is making sense for you, isn't it? I'm sure this has given you the right insight. Where am I coming and where am I going? Right? From disparate system to a single trusted golden record of Mr. Owen. That is the master data management. So moving on. So Biju, what are the use of master data? So referring to IBM in their book Enterprise Master Data Management describes three patterns how the managed master data entities can be used. So they are simple like collaborative use, transaction use, and analytical use. So what is collaborative use? In this pattern, different business functions or teams of people collaborate to manage the life cycle of the master data. So in the transaction use, the MDM system participates in end-to-end business transactions. Multiple applications and user need quick access in order to read and update the master data entity. To initiate and complete business transactions such as orders, payments, etc. So in this case, we have update of the master entity, we have the initiation of the business transaction and completion of the business transaction. So coming to the analytical use of master data, the role of MDM is to produce management information, that is management information reports, or to provide data to an analytical application such as data warehouse. So data for analytical applications such as data warehouse. To understand that there are collaborative use, there are transaction use, there are analytical use for any master data. So moving on, very important topic, what are the benefits of MDM? Of course, you will have to discuss benefits of MDM with your clients or with your stakeholders. So they are less like they have a data compliance and governance, then improves the business process efficiency, then reduce workload, eliminates manual process, reduces time to market, improve decision making, and improves data quality. So MDM's ability to centrally merge and govern data from any enterprise system brings powerful business benefits in the area of operational effectiveness, regulatory compliance, and customer segmentation. So MDM can manage huge amount of data, create accurate information while bridging gaps between clients and companies. So we have the enterprise centric, customer centric, and supplier centric master data. So in the slide 1, when we are discussing about the definition of master data management, I referred to one definition which said this MDM is not just a technology solution, but it is technology enabled discipline. I'm not sure if that point is very clear to everybody. So have you seen that MDM is initiated by an IT department, or who is supposed to initiate this MDM? So let's see something more about that in the next slide. You know, Mr. Alan D. Duncan in his research paper shared via Gartner sheds light on a common pitfall in MDM initiatives. He highlights the tendency for organizations to kickstart their MDM journey with the tool selection first. So when you hear about the MDM, the organization starts selecting the tool first, often under the auspices of the IT department. This approach, while well intentioned, can lead to costly failure down the line. That's what Alan D. Duncan says. MDM essentials across people, process, and technology. So Gardner's definition stresses that MDM is a discipline made up of people, process, and technology. It is not a specific application solution. Master data management is often used to refer to systems or products used to manage master data. MDM applications can facilitate the methods, but using MDM application does not guarantee that master data is being managed to meet organization needs. So coming to the various aspects, you have the people engage business stakeholders first, then articulate the value in business terms, then look to business driven governance. Then coming to technology, do not start with the technology, assess organizational impact, then align architectural choices with maturity. From a process point of view, adopt a programmatic approach, leverage a proven framework, then fast track time to value using third parties. Okay, so now we understand MDM is not just a technology solution, it has to work across people, process, and technology. So while we understand that there is people, process, technology involved in master data management, we also need to understand how to assess if MDM is required for an organization. That's what we are going to see next. So it is assessing an organization's MDM requirement. Every organization may not need MDM, but before we propose an MDM, we need to assess the need for it. So there are many checklists. We can say there are many aspects to consider before we finalize. Maybe first checklist: which roles, organization, places, and things are repeatedly referenced in an organization. So something is referenced repeatedly by one or many applications. Then, of course, that's a candidate for MDM, right? Then what data is used to describe people, organization, places, and thing? That's another point. Then how the data is defined and structured, including granularity of the data. That's another checkpoint we should keep in mind. Then where the data is created, sourced, stored, made available, and accessed. That's again very important checkpoint in the MDM assessment. Then how the data changes as it moves through system within organization. The lineage, the data changes across multiple applications, multiple systems within organization is another key important thing. Then we also understand who uses the data for what purpose. Who uses the data and what purpose is another checkpoint. Then finally, what criteria are used to understand the quality, reliability of data and its sources? So we have 5 to 7 checklists to do a better assessment of an organization's MDM requirement. So towards the steps for MDM, the process step. So as this diagram shows, they include data model management, data acquisition, data validation, standardization, and enrichment, then entity resolution, data sharing, and stewardship. In a comprehensive MDM environment, the logical data model will be physically instantiated in multiple platforms. It guides the implementation of the MDM solution, providing the basis of data integration services. It should guide how applications are configured to take advantage of data reconciliation and data quality verification capabilities. So as a high level, this is the process. So now let me take you to the process steps one by one. Maybe quickly we will cover that. No, we will start with the data collection or acquisition. So data collection from diverse data sources with different formats. So data collection is a difficult task. With the proliferation of digital touchpoints, everywhere digital touchpoints, right? Data pours in from various sources like CRM, ERPs, website, third-party vendors, and more to the organization. So collecting or gathering those data is the first thing. Then while gathering, ensuring harmony among diverse data structure, format, and quality standards and the sources poses a significant challenge. When I shown you how to create this golden or trusted record, we could go through multiple sources, then identify the most trusted values against each attribute and bring them to the golden record, right? So MDM is a cross process that helps manage, centralize, organize data according to business, marketing, and operations. It regulates your master data over the company. Then master a management solution helps create a combined ecosystem for the company and IT to work in sync with each other. Then second step is data validation. I think everybody understands what is data validation. It's a data quality and integrity concern. That's a big concern for every organization. So consolidating data is not just about bringing it together. It is about ensuring that this unified data set is accurate, timely, and relevant. Of course, poor data quality can result in misguided strategies, wrong forecasts, and misplaced business priorities. Sometimes data validation may be done using some tools, analyzed, SMEs, etc. Then another important process step is data integration. So look at this diagram. You can see that this involves a lot of sub activities: data modeling, data profiling, data cleansing, maybe my handling the different types of data, structured and unstructured, then data merging, migration, and replication, then ETL, design and development, then data warehousing. Then we also need to handle the legacy and third-party interfaces. So data integration takes a big role in this process. Okay, following this data integration, normally we do the data enrichment. So in the data enrichment process, what are we really doing? We are adding extra values to the collected values to improve its completeness. So we may bring external data. Some of the example like credit score. Then we have to depend on external data providers and tools to establish this enrichment process. So maybe this can help you ensure the data content conforms to standard reference data values and formats and so on, right? So data enrichment is a part of the master data process. Then very, very important. I think you have already remember this wheel, Dana wheel, it's a data governance in the center and all the data management activities surrounded by this data governance. So data governance, access, and security. So handling data is a huge responsibility. Access, secure policy, then policy, process, controls, roles, data integrity, compliance. Data is governed properly, framework, access controls, authorization mechanism, data encryption, right people with the right permission. They are all very most important in the master data management. So following the data governance, we have the data maintenance. So make sure that you maintain your master data throughout the life cycle. So it involves maintaining the quality and the governance process, formats, and compliance. There should be dedicated stewards who can do the required changes on a timely manner. Then coming to the data distribution. In the distribution stage, as we already seen that there is transactional use for the master data, there is also analytical use for the master data. Analytical use will cover like the data warehouse or BI solutions. The transaction, you will see the ERP systems start using master data, CRM, SCM, all these solutions will be starting using the master data repository. Finally, you can see that everything, to make sure everything is meeting its purpose and the quality is maintained, the lifetime monitoring of the system is the final process of our master data management activity. To conclude that, we know there are different stages and steps for MDM framework. Typically, data cleansing functions like normalize data formats, replace missing values, standardize values, and map attributes. Then we'll start from identifying the sources, producer, and consumer of data, master data. Then collect, analyze metadata. Then you should appoint the stewards. Then implementing data governance program and council. Then developing master data model and choose the tool set. They design the infrastructure, generate and test master data, then modify producing and consuming systems, then implementing maintenance process. So with that, we have seen all the sub process under the master data management. So think master data management is not a single process, it's a cross-functional activity. A lot of roles are involved in the master data management. So now we are just checking various roles involved in master data management in the next slide. Maybe you were familiar with these roles, maybe not. So MDM program manager, then MDM specialist, MDM stewards, MDM expert, executive sponsor, and business stakeholders are the major roles for the MDM. So who does what? That's our focus. Okay. So MDM program manager, overall responsible for MDM implementation, coordinate all activities and report on progress to the leadership. Then master data specialist helps MDM program manager with all tasks, responsible for creation and maintenance of master data, technical knowledge of the MDM solution and data. Then data steward, always repeat this word, data steward, responsible to oversee the data for specific data domain, define the data standards and enforce data governance, act as an SME for their domain. These individuals are responsible for fixing, cleaning, and managing the information directly within the solution. Ideally, data supervisors or stewards come from departments across the company, such as banking and marketing. Typically, supervisors projects within the MDM program are set by governance users. Then we have the business stakeholders, the department leads that are impacted by the MDM program, that participate in the steering committee, provide approval for changes affecting their department. Then we have the executive sponsor. Of course, there should be a senior level executive that gives green light to the MDM program with a lot of uncertainties, challenges, and benefits. There should be senior level executive who is giving the green signal, then promotes the MDM program across the company, aligns the MDM program to the organization's strategic goals. Then finally, other expert, data integration specialist, data architect, IT infrastructure manager, and more, then individuals in IT who are responsible for setting up and configuring the solution. So these are the major roles in an MDM program. Try to understand each role and their responsibility.
Thank you very much for watching this video. It's my pleasure to listen to you. Leave your feedback as comments. If you would like to know more about data analytics talks or trends of data analytics today, let me know. I will certainly do that. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel, Data Analytics Talks. Thank you.